Welcome to Spartacus Knits episode 5. Today is Friday, August 8th, 2014, and it's my mom's birthday, so happy birthday, Mom. I know that my schedule has been off schedule. It's not really schedule if it's off schedule, but I started off podcasting on Sundays, and now it's Friday, and I hadn't podcasted in 2 weeks, so I needed to get this out to you because I know you miss me because I miss you, right? So, who knows when I'll podcast. I'm doing my best to get on a schedule, so I don't know. I'll let you know when I know, which maybe never, but that's the way it is. Anyway, this is a podcast about knitting and spinning and dyeing and a little bit about my life, and let's go ahead and get started. I'm so excited to show you my finished object. Actually, you haven't even seen it in progress, because unless you've seen Instagram, you could follow me on Instagram. I am MariGayle, MariGayle on Instagram. And you may have seen progress photos of my Magic Cake Ruffle shawl by Paula of the Knitting Pipeline. As you may know, I'm a new spinner, and I decided to take all of my fiber samples and spin them up and make the shawl. It's supposed to be, well, not supposed to be, but I think it was intended to be knit with sock yarn scraps. And so this is my version, and I love it. Back here. I don't even know if I can get it all in. And actually, the Magic Cake is called so because of, there's a video, and there's a way that Paula tells you to make it all into one big ball. And I actually didn't even watch the video. I want to, but the thing is, all of my fiber pieces, like, I think this was 6 or 7 cakes, so it would have made too big of a ball. It actually would have been kind of funny to have made it into a ball, but anyway. Ta-da! It's not blocked or washed yet. I'm trying to get in the, I'm backwards, sorry. I'm just noticing how messy this room is. I'm sorry. Anyway, here is my shawl. And I love it, love it, love it. Like I said, it's not blocked yet, so it's going to be even bigger. It's kind of like a blanket. And I can't wait to go roast marshmallows at the fire and wear my shawl, because I love it. It's way too hot here in Nashville right now, but one day I will. Like I said, all of this is hand spun. The only one, there's one set right down here, this blue and white, that was hand spun on my, I think that's the one. It was hand spun on my drop spindle, which actually, I had 2 fibers that were similar. One of them, the blue and purple and white, was on my drop spindle, and then another one that's really similar I just picked up right after it, so that's on my wheel. So there it is. I don't know what else to say about it other than this pattern is super easy, super fun, and honestly, I kind of thought it would be ugly until I saw it in person, and it's so adorable. I love it. And I want to make more, but I don't have any more fiber samples. Maybe I'll make a sock blanket one, or a sock yarn one. So there's that. Sorry, I was checking a message. My other FO, finished object, is spinning. And this is my first skein that I feel doesn't look like art yarn. It's a mystery fiber. It was on the giveaway table at SSK, and I don't know what it's made out of, but I did weigh it, and it's a little over 4 ounces, probably about 4.5 ounces, and I Navajo plied it. And it is about 220 yards. I feel like I'm having a hard time talking today. I don't know why. Sorry for all the pauses. It's not your computer skipping, it's me pausing. I don't know what my problem is. But anyway, I didn't do any reps per inch or anything, but at 4 ounces and 220 yards, it's about a worsted. And I had really high hopes. Well, first of all, I hadn't weighed it, so I didn't know how much I had. And I had really high hopes, and I wanted to make Kira a cardigan, and that's not going to happen with just 220 yards. But she said it's okay, I can make her some fingerless gloves, which will be really warm, and they'll probably end up making a hat too, I would think. So, but it might be more than 220 yards, to be honest, because it seems like it is to me, but I don't know. I followed the directions to measure how many yards it would be, and it said 220, so I don't know, but I really like it. And let's see, works in progress. Last time I talked to you, I told you that I was going to do blurred line socks by Megan Williams using the Desert Vista Dye Works. Let me see if I can say it. Dia los Muertos, Day of the Dead. And Kathy G contacted me on Ravelry, and she said that she had the same yarn, and she was going to knit with me. But then she did a little more investigating, paying attention to details, which I'm not always great at paying attention to details. And she noticed that the blurred line socks probably wouldn't look very good with the small, see how there's small black stripes? And she said that she thinks that they're probably too thin, and I agreed with her. So we have decided that we're going to do the zigzagular socks by MariGayle Designs, and I have done 2 repeats. Let's see if I put it in my hand. The pattern is super easy. I don't have it memorized or anything, but you're just basically knitting until you get to this one. I don't even know how many is in there, but I'm doing a great job today. But that section, you knit that section, or that section is the only part that has the pattern, and I think it's really pretty. I really like it. I'm not a huge fan of top down, which I guess I could have very easily just swapped it, but I didn't want to. So part of it being top down throws me off, just because when I think of knitting socks, I just kind of go for it, and I don't usually think too much. So I'm thinking about the heel, and it's making me nervous. Don't worry, I'll be fine. But the only other thing, like I said, it's a really nice pattern. It's too, it's not easy enough. I don't know if that makes sense. I kind of zone out for all of the stockinette. It's most of it. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 9. So all that 9 stitches are just plain stockinette. And my problem is I keep just knitting along, and then I'm like, oh, I have to get the pattern out, and I have to look and see what kind of, I'm sorry, I'm being distracted by my phone. I'll tell you about carpool. Let me write down carpool. It's going to be a rant at the end, and if you don't want to hear it, that's fine, but I have to rant. It's not mindless enough, because it's too much of a mixture. That's what it is. It's not that it's not mindless enough. It's mindless, except for that one little section. So I get into mindless mode, and then I have to get out the pattern. So I like it better if I would have to concentrate the whole time, or maybe concentrate every other row, something like that. But I'm not complaining. I love the pattern. I think it's gorgeous, and I love how Kathy G helped me pair it with the yarn because it looks awesome. It's this way. And so I guess that's my only thing is I don't like having to go back and forth. If that makes sense. My other whip, work in progress, you have seen before. It is the Strawberry Fields hat, and it is made out of Debbie Bliss Andes in the denim colorway, and this is so soft. This would make a really nice sweater. It's so soft, so soft. I don't know where I was before. I'm not in the picture. Do you like my nails? Kira did them for me. Yeah, I don't know how much I did, and it's a really nice 4 row repeat, and it is, I don't have it memorized, but I mostly have it memorized, so it's easy and pretty fast. I haven't knit on it very much, so there we go. That's it. Those are all that I'm working on, not very much. I want to work on more, but I haven't had much time, so. I want to talk a little bit about my shop update. I had an update on Monday, and I added a ton of project bags, and there's still quite a few in there, so if you are in the market for a project bag, one of my parachute project bags, they are there for you. And I have been watching a lot of Firefly. Well, a lot. I mean, there's only the one season, but I've been watching it again. And so I would expect more Firefly colorways if I were you. Because right now I only have one, and it's called Too Pretty. It's about when they're going to get blown up, and they said they're too pretty to die. So it's called Too Pretty. And now I'm ready to add more colorways to that series, and the first one that I'm going to add is right here. It is purples and blues and like a gray and a brownish. It's really hard to tell you what the colors are. Let me check my phone. I'm so sorry. Carpool. Yeah. So what I would like for you to do is help me name this colorway, because I kind of have a name in my head, but it's not necessarily color specific. So if I don't like any of the names that you all come up with, then that's what I'll give it. But I thought it would be fun if you would help me name this. So, you only have until Monday, because that's when I'm going to update the shop. And the only rule is that it needs to be Firefly themed. So if you do not watch Firefly, or you have not seen Firefly or Serenity, then sorry, you can't name it. I'll have other times where you can help me name yarn. But this one is definitely going to be Firefly. And I don't really want to name it after a person, not one of the characters in Firefly. So you could maybe come up with a phrase that they say, or a place that they go, or there's a lot of words in Chinese in the show, so maybe a word in Chinese or a phrase in Chinese. But if you would like to help me name this, you can do so on Instagram. I'm going to put it on Instagram. I'm going to put it in my Ravelry group, Spartacus Dyes. And I'm also going to put it on my Facebook page, which is Spartacus Dyes. And then, I don't really know. I guess I could put it on my blog. I don't know if I don't know if that'll, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put it on my blog too. So, lots of places for you to name it. If you are the winning name, then you get to be the winning name. No prizes this time. But, oh, speaking of prizes, I'm so excited because Carolyn contacted me. She was the winner of the mini skein, or the half skein from the last Spartacus Dyes Holiday Club. and we're going to meet next Thursday. I'm going to go to her knit group, and I'm really excited to hand it to her in person and to meet her and to meet more knitting friends. So that was a prize. But this isn't a prize. This is your satisfaction with knowing you found the perfect name for the perfect yarn, and I can't wait to hear what you have to say. That's all that I have for knitting. I wanted to talk a little bit about my week and what's been going on in my life. So if you're not interested, then see you later. I'll update you, or I'll tell you about my knitting stuff next time. So I have been, if you've read my blog or if you follow me on Instagram, then you know I've been doing paleo, the paleo diet. It's been about 3 weeks, 2.5 weeks, and I just wanted to tell you a little bit about it because it's kind of affected my life way more than I expected it to. I started the paleo diet not necessarily to lose weight, which would be a nice benefit, but that's not my purpose. My purpose is to get more energy because I've been having really low energy days. Like, waking up isn't too bad. I normally wake up around a normal time, but then about an hour later, I'm super tired, ready for a nap, or just listless, and I've been reading about the paleo diet, and a lot of people said that they gained energy from it. So that's what started. If you don't know about the paleo diet, go look it up because I'm not really great about explaining things like that, but basically you're eating like they did in the caveman days, like your meat and veggies and some fruit, and I mean, you can cook it and stuff. It's not like I have to eat raw meat or anything or cook it open fire, but that's what it is, and it kicked my butt the first week and a half. Totally kicked my butt, like made me feel like I had the flu. Like I could hardly get out of bed. Like I was so tired. I had headaches, I had stomach aches, and the only thing that I changed was my diet. And then I didn't realize this was a side effect until after it started happening, and apparently it happens to quite a few people. It's kind of like your body's detoxing from the stuff that I've been feeding it, which makes sense. I mean, I'm not a horrible, well, okay, I was a horrible eater. I was very addicted to sugar, and so I haven't, Josh and I, my husband and I, are following the paleo plan and getting, like, the only thing that we're doing differently is we have one day a week called Cake Day, and we can eat whatever we want. It's to kind of reset our bodies. If you do long-term weight loss kind of things, then your body gets used to the way you eat, and so it's kind of shake it up. And mentally, like if I didn't think I would ever be able to eat French fries again, I would be really mad. So I know that one day a week I can have whatever I want, and that's Cake Day. And so I've been following paleo to a T other than on Cake Day, and I don't have any cravings. I don't have any problem with the way that I'm eating. Like, it's easy, and as long as you plan ahead a little bit, then it's good. I mean, it's good food and everything's great. It's just that I still, like, I'm not feeling the effects of like the detox that I was earlier, but I'm feeling just as tired as I was before I started. So I'm going to give it a month, so another couple weeks, and then if I don't have any change, I'm going to try something else. So hopefully within the next couple days, I will feel more energy. I should preface this by saying I'm not a very good scientist. I did not like a science class, and I'm experimenting, and I know that I'm doing something wrong because I should stay the same and then just change one or two things. But I'm really desperate to get energy, so I've started taking B12 pills and some iron pills. And so hopefully with everything that I'm doing, I'll feel more energy. I won't know necessarily if it's the paleo or if it's the vitamins, but whatever it is, I'll have more energy so I can tweak it a little bit, I guess. The other thing I wanted to talk about was how fun it has been lately because I've gotten to see some of my knitting friends. It was about a week and a half, about a week ago, less than a week. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. A week ago, less than a week ago, Hillary, Hippie Penguin, contacted me and said that she was going to be with Dave, her husband, coming through Nashville and wanted to know if she could crash here because what they were doing is taking her stepkids down to Memphis and dropping them off, and rather than getting a hotel or trying to get home in one night, they were going to stay here. So that was super fun. We got to play some games, and I got to watch them eat pizza because it wasn't my cake day. It was fine. I wasn't craving it or anything, but it was really good to see them. And then another thing is yesterday I had 4 people who live in Cookeville, which is about an hour and 20 minutes south of Nashville, contacted me a while ago and asked me if I would do a Friendship is Magic kit for them, but four ways instead of 2 ways. So Friendship is Magic kits are where I design a colorway for you and your friend, and it's exclusive. Nobody else has those colors. And so they asked me if I would make them a 4-way one, and so I said sure. And these are all people that I have met in person, and since Cookeville is so close, I decided to surprise them. So one of the girls, Allie, was my partner in crime, and we were surprising them, making sure that they were going to show up, and I showed up at Cheddar's and gave them their yarn, and then we went to their LYS afterwards for knit night, and it was super, super fun. So thank you for being good hosts, good surprise hosts. Daniela, I was going to call you Caffeinated Gert because you're Caffeinated Gert. Allie, Jill, and Suzanne, thank you. I had so much fun, and I hope I will make it down there again sometime. I want to tell you about iTunes. I'm trying to get on iTunes. I've signed up for Podcast Garden. However, I should say Josh signed me up for Podcast Garden, and he swears that he signed up as a video podcast, but when I went to upload video, it asked for my audio file. And so I put in my video file, and it obviously kicked it out. So I put in a request to them, and I asked them what's going on, and so that's the stage we're in, because I need to sign up with Podcast Garden before I can sign up with iTunes. So soon we will be on iTunes, but it's just not yet. That reminds me, I don't know, maybe I'm the last person in the world to know this, but we have a Roku that we watch TV through, and we have the PS2 that we also watch TV through. When I say TV, I mean like Netflix and Hulu Plus and Amazon Prime. So we don't actually have cable. And something that I discovered just this week, first of all, I discovered a new podcast. I don't know if it's new. It's not new, but I hadn't seen it before. Let me see if it's still on here so I know what. It should be on my history. It's not on my history, and I don't remember what it's called, so I can't tell you. But what I wanted to show you is if you have an iPhone, I think it works on the iPad too, and I don't know for sure because I didn't try the iPad, I only tried the iPhone. But you see, oh, you can't see it. Up at the top, there's this little box that looks like this. At the top, it's right up here beside my search. And if you click on that, then at the bottom of your screen, at least on the bottom of my screen, I didn't have to do anything for this to happen other than be in the same room. If I'm in the same room with the PS2, the bar at the bottom pops up and says, do you want to connect to the PS2? And you push yes, and then whatever's on your screen on YouTube pops up on your screen on the TV, so you can watch it without having to go. Like before, if I wanted to watch YouTube on the TV, I would pull up the YouTube channel, and then I would have to type in the thing and search for it, and it was just kind of a pain. But if I already have it on my phone, all I have to do is press that, and everybody appears on the TV. Is that cool or what? Did you know about this? Am I the last person? Maybe. I don't know. But I really appreciate it. I think it's fun. And so I wanted to share that with you. An update on our cat, Pete. This is Jones. Pete is the cat that I've picked up at SSK, and a lot of people have been asking about him, so I'm just going to let you know. He's doing wonderful. He's starting to let the other animals get a little close to him. He's still not a big fan of the animals, but he's doing better. And just today, for the first time, I brought him out of my bedroom. He's been in our bedroom / bathroom this whole time, just because I think he feels more comfortable. He never tried to escape. We didn't leave the door closed or anything, but I think that was his safe place. And today I brought him down to the living room, and he seemed happy. He was looking out the window. He was hiding a little behind the cat tree, but I think his world's gonna open. He really likes the kitchen because he likes to eat, so I think he's gonna be really happy to be have a bigger world. I think my husband is home, which reminds me of my last thing, my rant about the carpool. Okay, last year, Nashville schools, the middle schools aren't really very good. There are like a handful of magnet schools that are pretty good, but there's a lottery system to get into them. If you don't get into them, then you have to just go to your assigned school, and in most cases, the assigned school is bad. The one we have here in Bellevue is actually not bad, but it's not, like, Connor, my middle school 6th grade boy, is in Miggs Magnet School, which is actually the best middle school. But the problem is, with it being magnet school, he doesn't have bus service. They either want you to take the city bus, which is not happening, or you have to drive him. And it's about half an hour away, and his school starts at the exact same time and lets out at the exact same time as Kira's. So Kira's, which is close, and Connor's, which is kind of far. So I was having a hard time figuring out what we were going to do. We had a carpool last year, and 2 of the girls left the school, graduated from the school, and then my other person that was in the carpool flaked out. So then at the last minute I had to organize carpool, and it has been a nightmare. I'm exaggerating a lot because it's really not a nightmare, because it's just a silly little problem, but it's been driving me crazy, and so that's why I'm going to rant a little bit. The last year, all I had to do was drive every Thursday, and then 1 Friday a month. That was all. Not much in the way of communicating with the other parents. We all knew when we were supposed to drive, and we just picked them up and left. This year, since I didn't have a carpool set up, I was the one that had to organize it, which I wasn't very excited about, but I did find a bunch of people through the website, and the problem was everyone was saying, well, I can only pick them up on these days, or I can only drive mornings, or I can only do this, I can only do that. And so rather than just driving once every Thursday, or Thursday morning, afternoon, and one Friday a month, it's like this 4-page chart of what days we're going to drive and what days we're not going to drive, and it's a pain in the butt. And then on top of that, the parents all want to have a text message when you leave your house, if you're going to pick them up, or when you pick them up at school, So that means a minimum of 2 texts a day. But then there's one parent who, she's divorced, and her daughter, she's one of the morning people, so she'll drive in the morning, but her ex-husband is the one that actually is going to take the kids, so she comes and picks them up. And then she goes to drop them off across town, and then her ex-husband takes them to school. So they come really early. She sends a text saying that she's leaving, and then she picks up all of the kids, and then they get to the other area of town, and all of the kids take all of their stuff and get into the other car. Then she sends us a text to say that they're all in the other car, and then they go to school, and then we get a text saying that they're at school. Now, I don't want to sound like I'm a horrible parent and that I don't want to know where my children are, but seriously, I already know that they're going to school, so I'm not going to assume everything's okay, and I don't want to be on the text list. And I don't know how to come across without being, like, I don't even know. Like, there's more to it. And I feel like I've rambled on, and I'm sorry. But I had to get it out. There's even more, and I'm just going to stop because I'm tired of talking. So, thank you so much for watching. Sorry if I bored you at the end with my little mommy world. Have a great week, and happy knitting, and don't forget to come and tell me what to name the yarn. Yeah, you have a good day. Bye.